So hello all, welcome back to Skillforge Corner. In this video, we'll be seeing about ArrayList in detail, like its methods, like adding an element, removing an element from the list. So starting with, before starting, let me give a glimpse of what is ArrayList. So in Java, the ArrayList class is a part of the Java collections framework and provides a dynamic array implementation. It is a resizable array-like data structure that can grow or shrink as needed. Unlike regular arrays, ArrayList automatically adjusts their size when the elements are added or removed from the collection. So the key advantage of using ArrayList is its ability to handle dynamic changes in the number of elements without the need for manually resizing or memory management. So this flexibility makes ArrayList more suitable for the situations where the size of the collection is not known in advance or may change over time. So the ArrayList are part of java.util package and are commonly used in Java programs, and they provide methods to add or remove and even access elements based on their index positions. And the elements in ArrayList are ordered and can be accessed using zero-based index. So by using the ArrayList class, developers can benefit from the convenience of dynamically managing collections of objects without worrying about the underlying implementation details. So the ArrayList class takes care of resizing the internal array as needed and providing a straightforward way to work with varying sized collections in Java. So here we'll see a code snippet example for adding an element in a list. So before that, to create an array list, first we import the array list class from the java.util package, and this is how we create a list. So the list which I'm going to create will contain integers. So I have specified the type as integer, and the name of the array will be ARR. So here to add an element, we use add method, and we specify the value which we are going to add. Okay, and so to traverse it, we can traverse each element as we do in Python. Like we can also traverse each element with the for each loop, or else we can also just see or view it in the form of list itself. So let us save the program and run and see. So this gives an output in this manner, and we can also add the elements in the array using index. So we can specify the index and we can insert the value in this way also. So let me add an element at the first index. Let it be. So now let me save the program and run it. So in the first index, we have added the element. So this is how we add an element in an array list which we have created. So now let's move into the next part, removing an element. So to remove an element, we can use any of these three methods. We can just specify the index, or if we want to remove it by specifying the value, we can remove it in this manner, or else we can also use iterator dot remove method. So let me explain you one by one. So here we have all the values like 5, 9, 15, and 7. So I wish to remove, so array dot remove. Let me remove 15 from the list. I'm going to remove the 15 is second index. So let me specify the index. So I'll save and I'll run. So here we can see the list of elements inside the array after removing. So let me also add it before removing. And the below elements will be after removing it. Okay, now let's see, let's remove the element using, like by specifying the value instead of 2. What I'm going to do is, I will specify the value directly. If it is 15, I will specify it as 15 itself. 15. So now let's save the program and run and see. It has worked out. So moving to the final method, iterator method to remove it. So what we do here is, we first create an iterator object. So like this method, this may also lead to concurrent modification exception. When iterating over the elements, it is recommended to use iterator dot remove method. So what we do is, first we create the iterator object in it. So let me, so to remove it, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create an iterator object. For that, we also need an iterator class from the package. Iterator. So we are having the iterator. We are just going to create the iterator object. And what we are going to do is, we are going to traverse over each of the elements. So it holds true till there is a single element in the array. So we are just going to create a while loop. So it traverses till it has the next element, and We're just going to delete all the elements in the array which is below 10. We'll just try it out and see. We will store each of the next element in the value val, and since it is in an object manner, like we just convert it to an integer form and we'll store it in the value. And if that particular value is less than 10, what we do is we remove it. So idr dot print. So now after removing it, let's print and see. So what should we get? So in the iterator, we'll be having in the list, like we'll be having 5, 9, 15, and 7. So after iterating, we should get only 15, since it is the only value which is above 10. So we have got only 15. So this is how we can remove an element from the array list. So to update an element, what we do is we use set method, because the set method of java.util.arraylist class is used to replace the elements at the specified position in this list with the specified element. So what we are going to do is we're just going to update the list by just putting a new value instead of an old value. So let me just erase this off, and now let's. So it will hold an old value, where from the array yeah, you're going to use a set method, and we're just going to specify the index. We'll specify 2. 15 will be removed, or it will be updated as 20. Now let's print and see the array, and we'll save it. And what's the error? Semicolon. Okay. So now we can see 15 is updated as 20. So using set method, we can perform the updation of an element. So how do we remove duplicates in an array list? So to remove duplicates, what we can do is we can just create a new array list, and if the element which is already stored in the new array list is again encountered, we can skip that particular element. So we have two methods for it. We'll do it. So first is iterate. We're just going to iterate over each element, and so for that we will add another one duplicate element as 15 itself, and we'll remove it. So before the element with array with duplicates and array without duplicates. So here what will we do is in the iterator method, we'll create another one array list with the integer type. Let it be new array. So now let's iterate over each of the element. So let's iterate over each of the element in the array, like it is actually the array which is holding the duplicates. And what we are going to do is, if the element which we are going to visit is not present in the new array, we will append it, or I will add the element into the new array. So if this new array does not contain the element which we are visiting, then it means like the element is going to visit the array for the first time. So it will not be considered as duplicate. So here, if the element is not already present in the array, we will add it. We'll add the, and now we'll print and see new array. So now let's run. So array without duplicates is printed. So this is how we remove the duplicates using iterator. We also have another one method called linked hash set. So for that, what we do is we first, instead of creating a new list, what we do is we just create, just import all the classes from java.util. Since like we're just importing each and every class, instead of it, like we can import all the classes in advance. So here what we do is we just create a set of integer type, name it as set. It is actually a new linked hash set. Since we know like set will not allow duplicates, this will be most appropriate and optimal solution to remove duplicates from an array list. So here we will add all the elements from the array into this set, and now we will just clear all the elements from the array, and we will add all the elements from the set back to the array. The elements from set. So I will explain it again. So what we are doing, we are just going to import all the classes from the java.util package, and we are going to create a set, linked hash set. Since we know list, like a set will not allow any duplicates in its array, so we are just going to send all the values from the array to the set. So what will we will have here 5, 15, and 7. So we're just going to clear all the elements. So it will not have any elements. The array will not have any elements. So we're just going to send all the elements which we have in the set back to the array. So this array will also have now 5, 15, and 7. So when we print array again, we are not going to use any extra space. We just use the function, like we just use the linked hash set, and we have solved this. Like we have removed the duplicates from the array. So if we just run and see, we get the same output. Okay, this is how we remove the duplicates. And moving to reversing a list. So what we have in this list is we have 5, 15, 7, and 15. So after reversing, what should be the output? 15, 7, 15, 5. Okay. Normally we like use the function like we traverse the list from last to first. Thereby like we get the array in a reversed manner. So this is actually a normal solution which can be given to reversing a list. So let's have array and a reversed array. Okay. We'll now have the function. Instead of function, let me directly print and see like if it works out or not. I from array list dot size. We're just going to set the I for the last value of the array. We're just going to traverse it up to 0. When I is greater than or equal to 0, we'll increment it. Sorry, we'll decrement it since it is going to reverse the order and print it for us. In array, we will use the get method to get the value. So now we will get the output as 15, 7, 15, and 5. 15, 7, 15, and 5. So this what we can do is we can also create another one array list and we can add it to it and we can also print and see. So I will also show that method. This will like occupy a new space, new array list. So this is a new array. So here what we do is we're just going to append it, new array dot add. We are going to add the elements in a reverse order, and here after adding it, we will print and see the new array. This will also give you the same output. So the array has reversed. And if you want a super easy solution, you can use collections class. So collections class have an inbuilt function for reverse. So what we have to do is instead of these steps and an extra space, we're just going to do collections dot reverse, and we're going to provide the array. So that's it. We will print and see the array. The array would have reversed. Same output. So this is how we can reverse the elements in the list. So moving to the last topic, getting a substring from the array. So what we can do is a substring or yeah, sublist from array. So here instead of it, what we can have is we're just going to specify the start index and the end index to get the substring or the sublist. So here sublist from the array, we will just create another one list to store the values integer to store the values of array 1, let it be, and we are just going to store it using sublist. We are just going to give the start index. So the index from which I wish to start is 1. So let me give 1, and if I give 3 here, we will only get 2 of the values, like 15 and 7 only we get. So this is not inclusive, like it does not add all the elements from the start to end, including the start and end. It just includes, it just starts from the start index, and it will just don't include, it will not include the end index. Instead it stops before the end index. So here what output will we get is, we'll just have 15 and 7 in it. So now let's print and see this sublist. So sublist means array 1, array 1. So what output will we get? We'll get 15 and 7. So we have got 15 and 7. So in this video, like we saw about how to add elements in the array list, how to remove an element from the array list, how to update an element like old value to a new value, and how to remove the duplicates, and also how to reverse a list, and also how to get a sublist from a list provided. So that's it for this video. Bye.